have to send me that card draw again.
I think you might have to start over on my card draw.
You have like hit start seeking now.
I'll just do a fresh card draw.
Okay.
It's bad. It's gonna be bad. The one that I had drawn right now, 1948 1948 shows up on 4 of the sets.
Well.
Tell me what's up in your mind. 기다리고 있지 말고 Step into my mind tonight, ooh baby. 기다리고 있지만은 난 knowing you're the one for me, so baby. watching. That's the way to go! Wow! New record!
You know, the irony is everything went down the exact same time I was listlessly browsing and seeing what was the cheapest TriCaster I could buy.
So, while I was gone, we had what can only be described as an absolutely insane finish. Bird effectively needed to, for his own sake, he just needed to score high enough that he
Vincent, I'm not getting the car toss.
I have
to score high enough that he pushed Dread and Paranoia Boy underneath him. On the first song, he got the best score out of any of the 6 players. So he had a 1 and a 2-point lead, respectively, over Jason and Tony. On the second song, he got only the 4th best score for Psy. So that put him at 9 points, Jason at 7 points, and Tony at 10 points. But Jason had, going into that last song, the best Kaso Shinja score for 6 points. He was relying upon Bird to do better than him, better than Tony at Kaso Shinja, while doing worse than Jason. That was the only possible avenue that could get Jason into the top 4. And wouldn't you know it, Bird overtakes Tony by a solid 7,000 points, but only eked out by Dread by 2,000 points, not even 2,000 points. Dread thus maintains his finish on Kaso Shinja as the best scorer in the group. Dread and Paranoia Boy tie with 13 match points. Bird has 14 match points. And Dread goes through on tiebreakers. And so, in a shocking event, Bird manages to find the exact 9,000 point range in the middle of Tony and Jason that gets him a spot in the top 4 and gets Jason a spot in the top 4. Paranoia Boy will be out effectively in 5th place here. Another amazing performance from him. He is always doing great at all of these events. And he won SMX. I'm sure he played great in the 4-panel games. And he certainly gave us probably the most suspenseful moment of the entire Pump It Up weekend thus far, with his excellent performances here, especially on Versailles D23. But now, okay, I'm staring at a bunch of charts that, I'll be honest, I do not know what the hell they are, because in order for
This is the funniest set.
it,
Third one is the funniest set.
nah, no. What? By default, it's not the funniest set. What are you talking about? It doesn't have a 1949 D28 in it. That's the funniest set. It has 1949. It's obviously the funniest one.
Funny set.
No.
It is a lot
That-
of funny set.
Okay, so no, Paradox D25 is not bad.
You need to know how finals work.
It's
Obviously, each player gets to veto a set, and in that remaining
They
set, each
veto a
player
song.
can choose
they choose a song. Okay,
one
so
out of the 4.
so the way this works is
Or 1 out of 8. So like everyone plays 4 songs.
you veto a set until we're down to 1 set, and then you pick a song. So what we are likely to see here is this will be the first time in the tournament where the players are able to say, I want to force everyone else to play this song against their willpower. And the first set where they can say, I don't trust that someone else won't pick this damn godforsaken song and force me to play it. Now, knowing what I do know about these extremely high level charts, first and foremost, the top set is all D25s with 1 D26. It is, as much as can be said about this group of songs, easily the easiest bracket. That being the case, it is a strong favorite to make it through to the end here. There are no players in this group who are consistently playing stuff like D27s. And even D26s, as far as I'm aware, it's only Matt Miller who has cleared enough of them to have the Expert 7 and Expert 8 titles. So the other players are probably going to want to stay away from allowing Matt to pick something like Error Code D27, which, if I'm not mistaken, he actually has a clear on. They're going to want to stay away from ridiculous charts like Kugatsu D27, Kukutsu, Neokatharsis D27, Shop Sata D27. Is the stream not up yet? But the overwhelming likelihood is that it will be the top set that we play here. Of those 4 songs, were that to be the one that was picked, I think we would probably see 1950, Cleaner, maybe Paradox, and Pupa. That's my picks. I don't know who will pick what, but again, I just don't think that anyone except for Matt has anywhere near the track record of playing D26s and D27s to let too many of those stick around. And some of these pools are just so heavy on those kinds of charts. The middle pool, the one with Heart Rabbit Coaster, Avalanche Wave, that one has enough 25s that you could easily make a reasonable set out of it. But all that has to happen to throw that into just total chaos is that someone picks Kugutsu or someone picks Neokatharsis. And then you're left with like, okay, well, what am I doing here? Am I going to try hard on this and try to somehow get the second or the third best score? Do I just give up? I don't know. It's anyone's guess. But yeah, my guess is that we will see the top set. I just can't imagine that people want to let Matt have a chance to pick Error Code on them. Hudson is saying that he still feels cold, which is a bummer. Hopefully he can get warm before it's time to play for real. That's a different kind of cold or warm.
Greg literally came over and he took a glance. He was like, "What the fuck is this?"
The third set is the funniest. There is any justice in this world. Since someone asked in the chat, the rundown for how top 4 happens is that you've got all these sets here. During top 8, every player vetoed an entire set of songs. There's that layer, but on top of that, once the final set has been vetoed out and there's one set left, every player chooses a song within that set. So there's 2 layers of strategy here. That third set must be protected at all costs.
These rolls. So there's one set where it's just all B25s, and they're just, it's all terrible B25s.
Yeah, I figured that was the one that was gonna get thrown.
Oh, did you see all the sets?
Yeah.
So the one that I got rid of, I vetoed first. It's a hard decision to make. I literally just saw Mobe and said no.
Yeah, I figured that was gonna get vetoed because nobody would want Matt to get to play error code.
Say that again.
Error code. I figured someone would veto because Matt has cleared error code.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's gross. That's so gross.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Matt's cleared error code.
Oh,
So I figured that would go away because if Matt got to pick it,
yeah, I mean, at this point. They can have it. It's fine.
take me back to the microphones. Here we go. This is definitely a little bit unexpected. I thought for sure the set with all the 25s would go through. And to be fair, there's actually not very much overlap. Pupa is an overlap chart, and otherwise, between this and the 25 set, there's no... I think that we're still going to see mostly the easy charts in this group get through, but I wouldn't be surprised to see... So Matt, I think, wants to compete on D25s. I think Matt is most comfy on D25s. But I could totally see Matt protecting Shub Satoth, and I don't actually know who did it. Was he? I don't know.
Jason, what did you protect? What's up? What did you protect?
Shove.
Okay, so it was Wait, the Shub...
The 27?
Yes.
So Jason protected Shub D27. I think Jason is just trying to cause chaos. I think last year, if I remember correctly, he was the one that nominated 1949 D28 or whatever insane chart it was that they played last. So Jason has just decided he wants to kill everyone involved in the proceedings. The quadruple homicide or triple homicide plus suicide route. Yeah. I agree, but I do think that Shub is not so hard that none of these players will be able to put up a good fight. And honestly, it's tough because there's an element where you want to see, for me personally, the most exciting thing in dance games is watching people struggle to even survive, struggle to even like eke out something resembling a good effort. And there's no way to guarantee that quite like making all 4 players play something that they can't even do and seeing which one of them can come the closest to doing it. Now obviously you don't want to put like me on the machine playing a D27, but to me, if we are going to see this medium move forward as a competitive thing and as something that even 1% of like the general population is aware of and cares about, the way to do that is to entice them by making them play stuff that is at the ceiling of what they can do, as opposed to stuff that is comfortable or cozy. I agree, I want to see close play, but people can absolutely play close here. Like, yes, it will be a bummer if people just start walking off during Shub Satoth, but I think that the strength of Pump It Up, like Phil is saying, like Phil is saying, yeah, Pump It Up is a game about like barely existing, and these guys are going to play some. I mean, Indestructible is pretty easy as D25s go. Further middle of the pack, probably, maybe a little on the higher end, but not the hardest as far as I know. And then Shub Satoth is, yeah, I mean, that's going to be sick. 220 is really hard. 220 on singles is bad enough. The S25 for that song is brutal. The D27 is more brutal. And, you know, for all we know, we could see a first clear ever here out of Matt, out of Hudson, something. I agree, Drake, but I think that I want to see like a 920k be the best score on a song. I think that it will be motivation because realistically, these players, Hudson and Matt in particular, if they ever want to be able to compete with the best players in the world, they have to be willing to play these kinds of charts. Not just once in a blue moon, not just when they're comfortable at home, but in an event on a big stage like this. Because at the big one, at Byte, at other events where people like Franco and Fafems will be there, they're going to have to eventually play D27s if they want to win. So no time like the present to get started on doing it now. I certainly expected that we would see the 25s only group get through and that we would see a lot of easier charts, But instead, we've landed on one of the 4 or 5 hardest charts in the game. And that's really cool. I'm excited. There are only so many people in the country that are even capable of trying these charts. So
Okay, it's go! Game over!
Why does Max McCall keep saying hi to me?
Sorry.
Pump it up! New tunes, difficulty zone level 17. Level 20, level 25.
Go bigger, it's you know, Leon's probably just
here we go. First on the agenda, we have got Matt Miller, Jason Dredd playing Further D25. It's Further. You can guarantee there's a lot of bracket stream at the end. Some foot speed at the beginning. So the beginning of the chart, you had that long, extensive drill section. Not a very fast pace for players at this skill level, and you can see that Matt handled it expertly. Jason had a few slip-ups, but not too bad. It's a song that really, really, really pushes its difficulty in the last 25, 30 seconds. So it's anyone's game right now. So yeah, a lot of very, very spread out bracket stream at the end. Honestly, in some ways, the song is not nearly as chaotic as its singles 24 counterpart. But Matt with a very nice 972.092. Jason with the 874K. You can tell that when you enter this stage of this tournament, there's just another level that the competition is being taken to. Jason, a player who just emerged from his pool, largely on the back of one of the best, if not the best, Kaso Shinja scores, suddenly humbled by an 875K on a D25 that, while it is a challenging D25, is nowhere near the hardest D25. The escalation, it's almost like a logarithmic scale with these higher difficulties in pump, and things just get so much harder so faster, going from 23s to 24s, 24s to 25s, 25s to 26s, and so on. The gap between a player who is solid on 24s and a player who is solid on 25s is pretty big. The gap between one who is solid on 24s and one like a Matt who can clear a majority of the 26s can be enormous. And that's why my favorite here in this top four is still overwhelmingly Matt Miller. I think that a set like this that includes a D26 and a D27 really helps him out against Hudson. I think that Hudson can probably take Matt on some, if not several D25s, but I think that he's going to have a really tough time on the 26 and the 27. And I think that even if he overcomes Matt on the 225s, it's likely that Matt will be able to beat Hudson on tiebreakers. Where a wrench could be thrown into the plans is if Bird or Jason were to get a really, really, really good score on one of these songs and somehow take out Matt or Hudson. That would be the biggest, likeliest way of the upset happening. Because as I see the bracket currently, it is very tough for Matt to be unseated, especially because he's playing well. players are just getting warm here. I think that for the top 4, because these charts are so difficult, so demanding, we're doing alternating plays. I don't know if they're going to keep trying to get warm after every song or what, or if it's just going to be like warm up. Now Hudson and Bird are going to play, and then we're going to ping pong back to Matt and Jason without them warming up again. I assume that's what we're going to do. I don't know. I haven't been talking to Vincent about it, but
Pump it up! New tunes. Difficulty zone single. Level 16. Level 20.
we are about to go live for our second plays of further a D25. As you can see, Hudson already has a AAA. Bird, no clear data as of yet. I don't think Bird has been playing Pump as much in the last year since Phoenix released. I certainly do not think that he's comfortable on D25s, but you never know.
Pump it up! New tune. Difficulty zone. Level 17. Level 24.
Here we go. So again, wind force chart. Very, very simple at the beginning. Largely about mitigating your errors. But then the ending. Very tough. Very, very tough. Excited to see what happens. See Bird a little frustrated looking with his drop combo. Hudson keeping it going through this long drill section here. The front half of this D25 is very, very tame. That basically any player who's even playing like 22s and 23s could probably get through it. It's tiring, but it's not that fast. And it's certainly not all that complicated pattern-wise. But this next part is a bit harder. It's kind of like Pavane. Ooh. Hudson and Bird both struggling here in this, this tough bracket quad section here. Shuffling side to side, hitting those brackets. Very difficult. As we saw, Hudson had a 950k previously. I doubt this score is going to be quite that good. It wasn't, but only by about 50 points. And Bird nearly matches him. Wow. If Bird had just not made a couple of those simple mistakes he made during the early drills, I think he could have taken that score. Unfortunately for him, he did not. And very fortunate for Hudson that he did make those mistakes, because if Hudson wants to have any shot of taking Matt here the rest of the way, he is going to need every little bit of match point that he can get. And he was saved 1 point there by Bird's inability to quite close it out. Yeah, it's clear that Matt, at least on that chart, is on a whole different planet right now. I suspect that the D27 will be even more of the same. I cannot imagine that anyone is coming close to touching Matt on this song.
Pump it up! New tune.
So I'm going to be honest, I've never played this chart. I likely never will play this chart. It's very difficult, I'm sure. The S25 is hard. You can see Jason does not have a score on it yet. Matt is only a AA+. It's really fast, and it's really long. When you get to the halfway point of the song, you think the song is over because you're used to playing the song that is only that long. And then a second version of the song happens, and it's the same thing more or less all over again. It's not exactly accurate because both the front and back half of this chart do have some pretty different differences in terms of the tech that's expected of you, but there's a lot of moving your feet real fast. And obviously that's going to favor Matt out of these players because he's the one with the most experience doing this at this point. Jason picked this one because he said, screw it, why not? Let's go out on our flags. Let's go out on our shields. If we see even 2 players break 900,000 on this, I'll be rather impressed. It's a hard song to get through. It's very hard to will your body to the end of this song. Ooh, so Jason lost a lot of bar there. And some drop freezes. Both players handling this chart pretty well up to now, but now is where it gets fun. Ooh, interesting. A very chaotic stretch bracket hold. I was suspecting it would be this, that it would be these drills, and here come the drills now. Matt's doing really well through them. We still have not reached that halfway point though. Oof. Matt had a stage clear going up until that point, but lost it on some kind of weird stuff. Jason, meanwhile, fighting for his life, putting together an admirable performance, all things considered. Here's the fun. Good God. What a chart. All things considered, both players put up a much better effort than I expected. And Matt in particular, very nice run. Matt 889K. Jeez. That is a grind.
Game over.
We got some people with some cardboard cutouts coming through here. VTubers?
Ready? Pump it up.
All right, so those two 880K scores, 880, 830, setting a modest target for Hudson and Bird. Now, out of morbid curiosity, what is the best score in the world on Chubb? That score, Shubzatov, Matt's 880K, had it been a clear, would have been the 19th best score in the world. No, the 20th best score in the world. And like half of the ones above him would have been Fafemza. That being said, John Tran has a 914. Happy Feet has a 937. Dang. Let's see how these guys do. I wonder if Bird's even ever tried this chart. Hudson doing a really nice job on these holds. And Bird actually doing pretty great too after an initial misstep. Both of them hitting these fast trains into the brackets, and it's actually Bird that's crushing this middle section here. Nice job by Bird. Let's go. He struggles a little bit with the M runs while Hudson keeps his bar full. So Bird is rebuilding. Hudson is maintaining. Oh, Hudson bottoms out there with some tricky missteps on the holds. Now, of course, that'd be nice if that's were the end of the song, but it's not the end of the song. We still have another half a song to go. Let's see it. Hudson definitely has a chance here to move in on top of Matt on this song. Bird really struggling here in the second half, and who can blame him? Crazy chart. I don't suspect either of them is going to be ahead of Matt. Possible one or both beat out Jason. Let's see here. Oh. 876 for Hudson, 843 for Bird. So Bird actually does take down second. Hudson still in, or third. Hudson in second there. Through two songs. Matt clearly the leader in the clubhouse. A solid lead on both the tiebreakers and just ahead on two songs with his pick left to go. Hudson's pick still remaining in the pool. He's going to have to really work his butt off here, though, to beat Matt on Aurelia. And if he doesn't beat Matt on Aurelia, it's strongly unlikely he can take this one down. Right now, we are looking at a chalk chalk favorite Matt Miller victory. And it's going to take a lot. I'm going to say it right here. I doubt Hudson. I don't think Hudson has it in him. Maybe Hudson will hear me saying this somehow from like 25 feet away with all this noise going on. And he'll say, Mike is doubting me. I'm motivated. But right now, I'm saying it. This is the end for Hudson's dreams of unseating Matt Miller as CEO champion. Matt is here today, locked in, ready to go. You know that the man is prepared when he's picking a chart that he only has a 938k on. Also, you'll note he has a rough game on it. Very admirable. I'm going to be very sad if he replaces that rough game anytime soon. Yeah, if Matt is picking this chart, even though he doesn't have a 940k, you know he must feel that the other players are going to be even weaker than him. Matt maintaining his combo through the opening. By no means a simple portion of the chart, but definitely much easier than what is left to come here. Aurelia, another very back half dominant chart. Basically, when you get to the 60-70% mark, this song just hits you and then never lets off the gas. Maintaining combo here into the first really tough part. And he immediately gets some misses on these brackets. Who can blame him? 204. Tough. Basically, meanwhile, doing the best he can to stay up life bar wise. Right now, it feels like it's ending here, and it's not. Oh, more of this. Come on, Matt. Oh, I think he may have stage cleared it, actually. He may have just barely clawed his way through that last bracket section with some bar. Admirable run regardless. He's not happy about that drop at the end, but I think that Matt's score is going to be pretty good. 928k, not quite his best, but certainly not a bad one. Dread with the 872.
Game over.
So, as Hudson and Bird get ready to play this one, Hudson is going to need a lot here. As far as I'm aware, Hudson still does not have any D26 players. I could be wrong. And it's certainly possible that even without clearing Aurelia here, Hudson could get ahead of Matt. But it's tough. And these 204 charts are real hard. Hudson's performance on Shub Sawtoth was incredible, but it remains to be seen if he can keep up these high foot speed stamina charts for a very long time. That has been one of his weaknesses in recent years, and while he has definitely put in more time and more effort to getting into better cardiovascular shape, he's still probably not exactly where he'd like to be. And yeah, Hudson, you'll notice, reads at a much slower speed than a lot of these other high-level players. He's pushing all the way up to 613 Whereas for Bird, it's pretty normal to be at like 680. Oh, there we go. Hudson taking it up a little further. He wants just that extra tiny bit of separation.
2, 1, pump!
There we have it. 3, 2, 1, pump, baby. Another Hune song. Hune has been one of the key contributors to the series in the last couple years. His tracks seem to be very well received. They certainly always have challenging charts. Ooh, Hudson full comboing into the first pause. You love to see it. Bird not doing too shabbily himself, but as we saw in Matt's run, it is really the back half of the song that makes men out of boys, as they say. Certainly a much harder chart in the back half than the front. The bracket tech gets way harder. The overall speed gets way higher. It's just all around very tough in the back half. Well, let's see here. Both players very strong up till now. Bird especially has got almost no bar up until just then. They are both really struggling with these stretchy brackets, but the stuff that is expected out of you at this point in the game, it's quite crazy. The raw physical stamina input is high, but what's really demanding is the precision to have your feet in these awkward, weird positions over and over. Wow, Hudson again proving that he is every bit the match for Matt Miller, but just not quite at Matt's level. Just barely. In total, he lost that song by 6,000 points, the previous song by 13,000 points, the one before that by about 23,000 points. All very comfortable margins for Matt, but certainly I don't think Hudson's going to be too disappointed with how he's played these songs up till now. And, you know, I think so. I think we're pretty sure that Matt is gonna. I'm pretty sure it's gonna break down exactly this way: 4-1-3-2. I think Dredd has accepted this fact. I think Bird is the person who's maybe the least willing to accept this fact. He keeps coming up with really solid runs that give him the chance to maybe take down Hudson or Matt's scores, and then having just a little slip up or a little bit of a, you know, whatever at the end that denies him the glory. But this is Hudson's pick, and Hudson is going to try so hard to at least take his own song pick off of Matt. It is unlikely, beyond all reason, that Matt could melt down to the point here where he is overtaken by Hudson. It would require Matt to place last on Indestructible out of the 4 players. It would require Hudson to place first. It would require Matt to basically not play half the song to lose on tiebreakers, because as mentioned, he's already 40k up on Hudson. So, as long as Matt reaches the end of this song without giving up, walking away, deciding he's chosen a new career in life, then
Hudson just went up to Matt. He was like,
it will be
nice
Matt
slow
that wins here.
174 BPM.
But that being said, nothing to be disappointed in for how any of these players have played. Just to reach the top 4 of this tournament, very difficult. Just to seed as highly as they did, to have the route that they did, very challenging. The top 6 players that default seeded into top 8 all had really, really crazy good scores on Paved Garden and on Skeptic. And, you know, they've all put on a good show for us. This will be, I believe, this is the last song of the tournament. I don't think we're doing like a grand finals with the top two because it's already pretty late. So if this is the last song, and we are certainly going out on a high point. It's a cool chart, very interesting, very strange, very hard to look at if you're not good enough. And I want to thank you all, whoever has been here for the stream, through any issues we had in terms of setting it up in the first place, any kind of issues with technical stuff, time, anything. Thank you so much for sticking around with us. I really appreciate it. And I hope that you will continue supporting Pump It Up streams. Yeah.
I don't deny there's some strange evolutionary process going on, but mankind won't be destroyed.
Not with the full combo and the taunt of Hudson going into the break.
There's evidence of that.
It looks like they got rid of the gimmicks here, if there ever were gimmicks to begin with.
Mankind won't be destroyed.
And there you have it. Matt doing a very, very, very solid job. Never really all that doubtful that he was going to get the clear. Probably a very solid score for him. 968k, 907 for Dread. Both a lot to be proud of at their runs in this tournament. But Matt, with his 968k, has locked up first place at 2024 Pump It Up at CEO Storm. And, you know, Hudson picked this one because I think that probably the lower tempo and the high density of bracket tech is more to his liking than some of the other charts in this pool. Certainly something like Shub or Pupa or Vacuum would have been. But Matt is good at everything. And even if Hudson were to take Matt here, it wouldn't matter. Matt's solid performances on the victory songs have guaranteed him the win. And here, Hudson is basically just playing for bragging rights. Earlier this week, Hudson was saying that he can beat Matt on 25s, and Matt was saying, you can't beat me on 5s, you know, this, that, the other thing. And it came down to Hudson saying, I can beat him on some 25s. Well, here is Hudson's chance to beat Matt on a 25. That's a 25 that Hudson himself picked. So if Hudson doesn't win on this one, he's kind of a washed bum, I'll be honest. He should go back to Mario Party if he can't beat Matt on this one.
Level 20.
Even if that were the case, Hudson would still win, or Matt would still win the tournament. Because Matt is guaranteed third on this song by virtue of beating Jason, he still has 14 total points as his minimum, whereas Hudson's maximum total points is 13. Sadly, as much as I would like to manufacture a false sense of drama, I cannot do it. I cannot honestly tell you that there is any chance that Hudson will win anything other than ego from his performance on this chart. But if you know Hudson, you know there is one thing that he cares about more than a prize medal or prize money, and that is his ego. Wait. The way Vincent was talking, it sounds like we still have a top 2 left. If that's the case, I'm sorry for lying to you all about the format of the tournament, but I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm very tired.
I don't deny there's some strange evolutionary process going on, but mankind won't be destroyed. The fact that you and I are working here today is evidence of that. Mankind won't be destroyed.
Hudson looking very clean right now. Hitting all of these middle 2 down brackets really nicely. A couple misses here and there, but this might be it. Hudson might take this song from Matt. It's most of the flams until the ending. Struggled a little bit with the last couple. It's possible he took Matt on that song. It is not just... Oh, nope, he didn't. Hudson with a 964 to Matt's 968. And there you have it.
Sorry.
Matt takes Hudson even on his own song pick. Wow. All right, well, from the way it looks, we still have another match to go. Top 2.
I did it.
Is it over?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not. We're not doing grand finals.
Huh? That
We're
was
not-
finals.
There's not. We're not doing like a. We're not doing 2. Okay. I wasn't sure. I figured you weren't, but it kind of seemed like it. Bro, you think I know anything about the rules? I'm just here to talk and be annoying and stupid.
Talk about the rules to Subway Surfer.
In case you can't hear, Matt is yapping that he has in fact won the tournament. It is in fact over. This means finally at long last I can know peace. My legs can once again see the light of day. I can walk. I can get food that isn't popcorn. Although thank you for the popcorn, Enoch. It was much appreciated. I can see the sun. I can feel the cool breeze of Daytona Beach. I will go outside. I gotta go home. I know, but I gotta drive Matt back to Orlando because Matt's going home tomorrow. I gotta get him back to my house so he can shower and stuff. But anyways, I want to thank every single one of you for sticking around here for the stream tonight. Today, I guess it is kind of tonight at this point. You guys are a lot of fun. I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed watching some good ass Pump It Up, including Matt Miller with an absolutely shockingly dominant performance in the top 4. He is being awarded his title belt as we speak. I don't think we have the capacity. Matt, get in front of the camera. Put Matt in front of the camera with the belt. Bird, put Matt in front of the camera, in front of these cameras so we can see the prizes. Get in front of the camera. Everyone wants to see it. I agree. We are all proud of Bird. Bird is a king. He overcame stomach problems to be here today. And he played great. His performances on all those 25s at the end were really, really, really impressive. I also want to shout out to Mr. Dread and his loving partner and the rest of his group. They all came down from Kentucky, as they have the last year also. and they did last year. I don't think they did 2 years ago. I don't even know if we had this event 2 years ago, but wonderful, really friendly people, really great energy, good to be around. Yeah, it was amazing. I'm very happy. All 4 of these guys in the top 4 played their asses off. I want to give a special shout out to Rinker for his really amazing performance, running through a pretty tough couple pools to make it all the way to top 8, where he then had to play a bunch of double songs that he had never seen in his damn life after playing tiring ITG sets. That was cool as hell. I'm starting to get the hiccups. But yeah, once again, thank you all. I am going to get up and say hello to my friends, and you'll see me on the camera for 2 seconds. But thank you all again. I hope that you will be here next year in the audience rather than merely at home. I hope that you're able to make it out. I hope that if you can't make it to this, you can make it out to this year's Beast in the East Bite coming up the second weekend of August. Norfolk, Virginia Beach, Virginia, whatever that is. Excellent event run by an excellent group of people who are all here in the chat. And yeah, tremendous player base. Anyway, Enoch wants a mic. Thank you all again.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Matt, is there anything you'd like to tell the people?
Hey guys.
That's it. We're over. Go home. Get out of here. Get.
Thank you.